Guys, we are playing Minecraft today. This is part 3 of the part 2 and part 1 video of the weekly survival. As you guys know, we are doing Minecraft today, and this is the weekly survival. We have not gone on to the world. We are only doing this world when we are doing a video with you guys. This is the weekly survival. On to you, Nate.
I'll just re-say what he just said because I have not one clue what he just said. Okay, so this is basically a weekly survival part 3. If the weekly survival part 2 didn't go yet because like for some reason it didn't like post, so we had to repost it today, like just now.
Oh yeah, sorry guys that you didn't hear us talking the last video. For some reason when I start the videos you can't hear us. Sorry for that, guys.
I know the reason why, I think. So we'll fix that.
Yes.
Yeah, the last video, my bad.
Yeah, hoping today, hopefully you can hear our voices today.
Yeah, because it's my video. I actually haven't done my weekly thing last week and this week.
I'm gonna go out and get some wood.
Okay. Nice garden. Nice garden. Okay, so guys, basically, on the last video, we'll tell you basically everything we said. We got dye from the back. You gotta we planted flowers in the back, got dye. Basically, we ended the video since like when our rooms were done, and I finished this the what is this called, June? The fireplace.
Yes.
I need to put a campfire
there. How do you make a campfire? Because I'm getting wood. So I didn't know what you were
last video.
Oh yeah.
Since they weren't able to hear us. How do you make?
Oh yeah, guys, like and subscribe.
How could I forget saying that? Let's see. Where is a campfire? Campy fiery.
Sorry guys, for him being that annoying.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna type in. Wait, here you need to, not happening. Here you need easy. Wait, what is that? Is that coal? Okay, wait, how do you make charcoal?
I don't know, Nate, look at the chat. Look at the Minecraft chat.
Really?
Yes, hi.
Oh yeah, guys, if you didn't know, this was my room. Looking nice. In the last video, I placed it up with dirt. I mean, it was with dirt, so yeah. So I had to fix it up, and this is Jim's room, basically.
It's not basically my room, it is my room.
Well, tell us whose room is the best. You can see June over there, look at him. Look at that little boy. Wish I had a spyglass.
Don't look at me, Nate. That's just some creep vibes. That's creep vibes, Nate. Creep. Hashtag creep in the comments for Nate. Say creep in the comments if you think Nate was a creep.
Look at my head. They can see inside my head.
Oh wait, guys, come look at my skin. I'm coming to you right now, Nate. Look at my skin.
They're looking inside my head.
In one of our videos, guys, Nate, and not in one of our videos, sorry, in one of our Minecraft worlds, we will be showing that in a new video, in a different video. One of his dogs died, so I put the skin on.
Okay, he's basically saying my dogs died in another world, and he put the skin on.
Oh, Nate, I got some more wood. Okay.
stop talking fast, because nobody understands what you say half the time. Because how fast you're talking.
Nate, I got a stack of 20 of oak wood and 56 bolts.
Okay, well I need to make something.
I'm gonna put all the wood in here with all the stuff I got.
So first, we need some sticks.
Well, I'm gonna make some tools.
Okay, you got Archeo. Wait, hold on.
Nate, I'm gonna make my own sticks.
Do we really need Archeo wood? Okay, June, I'm going on a hunt.
Yeah, me too.
Well, not really hunting, but
Sword.
well,
I'll make
first I
some-
need to
yeah, I'll
get
make
some.
blood.
What is that? Freaking.
Oh, I left it open.
Of course you did.
Two
Why would you
pieces
leave
of
the
wood.
door open?
I don't know.
Pickaxe.
I'm gonna go
axe.
hunting for food, Nate.
Well, I won't. Don't leave. Don't go far, cause I won't be close. Maybe.
Yeah.
Where is my map?
I don't know.
But I was close. And don't you dare blow up. Okay, June, good news, bad news. Creeper blew up the house. Well, Creeper didn't blow up the house, but that's the good news. Bad news is it put a big hole next to the house.
And is the house blown up though?
I just said
Nate,
no.
turn daytime and stop the weather.
I can't.
So you can't turn on teats real quick?
No. Shall not
Go to
happen in
bed.
this world.
Go to bed, Nate. Please.
I mean, why
I'm
don't you
coming
go to
back to the
bed?
house now. I'm coming back to the house now, Nate.
He has a red bed.
Are you in my bed?
No,
I just saw you sleep in my bed. Get out of it.
I'm in my bed.
I literally saw you name tag in my room, and I saw you sleeping. Stay out of my room, Nate. Are you
Well,
sleeping or not?
one thing, there were monsters
I
next to
see
my room,
Nate.
so I have to sleep in the living room.
Oh my god. I'm gonna make a couch real quick. Oh no, I'm gonna make a chair.
How is he dying?
Cause, I don't know. It's raining.
He just died. He just died, but it's raining.
Nate, like my chair?
Sure, but I'm gonna make myself a chair in a moment. How are these zombies dying? It's literally raining.
I don't know, that's a good question. At least now you don't have to sleep in the living room.
Yay.
Cow, you will die by my hand.
Jim, stop leaving the doors open.
Okay, I'm gonna go out hunting.
Hey, I found the gray sheep, and now it's like I lied because he's dead.
Yo, Nate, we be able to make another bed.
For what?
I don't know why. I don't know. Guys, should we have a special guest in this one? Type in the comments if we should do a special guest. And Nate, that was my sheep.
I already killed him.
And here's 2 wood, just in case you want it.
I'm going out
Hunting.
for some wood.
Wood. We have a bunch of wood in the chest.
Special wood. Archeo.
What?
Archeo wood.
What the heck is that?
Savannah wood, June. The wood in the savannah thing.
Also, jungle wood.
No.
So you're not
Never
looking for
said
jungle
wood.
things?
No. Never said jungle.
So dark wood?
No.
Dark oak?
The orange one, June.
Oh! Still don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever. Hold up,
Yo,
guys.
I'm finding a bunch of sheep. Usually it would be really hard. Dude, I have a bunch of wool already. Yo, I'll be able to make like 6 beds. I'm not 6 beds, you know what I mean, guys.
I'm back. What did you just say?
Sheep. Dude, I said I'll be able to make like 6 beds, but then I said, you know what I mean, guys. I can't make 6 beds, but I'm about to have 10 wood.
He can make 50 beds.
We have enough wood and a bunch of wool. I have 9. There you go. I have 10 pieces of wool. Well, I'm about to, guys. I just didn't kill the sheep. There's 2 sheep here. Yo, why do I keep finding 2 sheep next to each other? Now we just got an even number.
Yeah, that is an even number. 2 is an even number.
I have 11 pieces of wool. There you go. Let's go. 3 sheep.
I don't know what's wrong with him. He likes even numbers too much.
There's nothing wrong with me. A lot of people like you. A pink sheep. I found the pink sheep.
Wow.
I'm sending a screenshot.
No.
Yes. I
what
need
if
to send
I die?
I need to send it to every single friend that I have.
Okay.
Time to die, pink sheep. Where'd you go? Pink sheep, you would die. Why would I kill a pink sheep? Another. Oh, I thought that was another pink sheep. No, it's a pig.
Why don't you keep the pink sheep and just keep getting its wool? Trap it.
Too late.
Oh wait, that's a pink. That's a. You guys saw that thing.
What happened, Nate?
I definitely didn't start hitting a baby pig and killed its mother.
Oh. I killed a baby sheep. We're terrible people.
Hey, I found doggies.
Yo, Nate. Turn it to where you keep your loot.
That's in cheats.
Dude, just do it to where you keep your loot, cause I'm about to die. I don't know where the house is. And just do it real quick. 2 seconds, Nate. It's not like it's bad. Dude, it's not bad.
Fine. Then we won't get any trophies.
It's just do it, Nate. Please, I'm going to die.
I know. Hold up. You know trophies make your account level higher.
What?
Makes your PlayStation account level higher.
And I need my food and everything. This is gonna keep us alive for days. And not just Minecraft days.
Okay. 50 billion years.
In Minecraft days, 50 billion.
No.
Be quiet, Nate. Just do it. Just do what I said.
I did.
So it's on keep loot.
Yes.
So if I die right now and I lose all my loot, there's something wrong with you.
You know what, guys? Put in the comments what I should name this wolf. I'll let you choose.
Jackie.
No.
Frankie.
No. How about smarter than June?
Let me take a picture of my loot, just in case Nate put it, cause then Nate's gonna have to put it to creative mode, cause he made me lose all my loot.
Guys, could I tell you something?
Okay, I think
I'm naming this dog smarter than Jin.
No one's smarter than me, except for everyone in the world.
Exactly.
And our views are amazing.
Cause they view us. Yay! Yay!
Be quiet, Nate.
Yay! 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 Can you make a wolf breed with a cow?
Type type in the comments, guys. Next time I see him, I can smack him. Type in the comments.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because I don't
Guys,
want to.
can you make a wolf breed a cow? Breed with the cow in Minecraft?
And no, but what? Why? Why would you even want that?
I don't know. I don't know. Wait, let me see something. Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Guys, you can't lie, it's kind of messed up how you need archaea wood. I have to travel across the planet.
I didn't mute my mic.
I have to travel across the planet. How did I even get this? I don't even want. Oh yeah, from a zombie. What happened to my stick? I need my stick. Come here, Wolfie. Guys, I'm gonna call him Wolfie for now until you name him. And that's the color of his collar, orange. Orange. Wee. Really? I found another dark tree forest biome. Let's see. Trying to get a tree sapling. Got one. Tree sapling. I got a spruce tree sapling. Okay, now. I still haven't found it, guys. I have been walking forever. In real life, I would have doing all this walking in real life. I would have not made it too far. Like, look at this. I'm just walking 50 billion quadrillion miles, bro. So far. I don't know how this guy's still making it. Poor guy, I'm just making him run. Forever. And ever. And ever. Okay, that piggy.
I'm back.
Okay. Wolfie. Guys, if you didn't know, you can do this. Attack. Attack. There you go. That's your good boy. Jin. Hello. Hello. Beep, 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 beep.
I am back.
Well, finally.
I made a couch bed thing.
Oh.
In the living room.
Nice. I'm still searching for archaea wood. Do you have a map?
Nope. Do you know how to make a map? I can tell you how to make one. We might have the materials.
Jen?
Yes?
Do you think I'm close to you?
I can tell you how to make it. You need a paper and compass. To make an empty map, you need paper.
Paper.
To make that, you need sugarcane.
Yeah, I know that, Jen. Guys.
What?
I can, thing.
Oh, my cousin Zayden invited me. I will have to go AFK, guys, so I can invite him to this party.
No, no, no.
No, I will tell him we're doing a video so he doesn't do anything bad.
Fire protection.
Let me just add him to the party real quick.
Well, guys, there's our special guest. Is that Wolfie? Yes, it is. Sugarcane. Sugarcane. Okay, now what?
Wait for him to join.
Oh, okay. Well, let me make the paper.
You need you need 9 pieces of paper.
How much sugarcane do you need for a piece of paper?
Like 1 piece of sugarcane.
3.
I don't know.
Of course. Sorry guys if you keep hearing them go in and out. Something wrong with my mic. Holy moly. The helmets. But I lost my axe. Where's Wolfie? No. No. You did not. Where's the wolf? No. Ah. Wolfie. No. Wait a minute.
Nate, there's monsters surrounding the base. Help me.
I'm right here, and my wolf died.
Then I can just walk out and kill. Okay. We have this skeleton about to shoot at you.
Wolfie.
Nate, I'm gonna go out and get some iron so I can make some buckets.
Freaking Wolfie, bro.
Nate, do you have a bucket on you?
No.
Well, I'm gonna go out and get a bucket. Oh, let's go! I just found a bunch of iron. I need to make a stone.
You grabbed a lot of raw mutton. Okay. Like, that's a lot.
I saw a lot of sheep while I was out.
Okay, well, now I see how you made the beds.
Yes.
That's a whole lot of sheep. That poor sheep.
He deserved it.
You deserved it.
We needed food, mate. You wanted us to starve? Okay, so it looks like we're never getting food again. Let's starve to death.
Okay, there's really something wrong with my mic.
I'm at a 1.5 heart, Nate.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Kick him. Kick him. Kick him. Kick him.
I couldn't. I just had to make him like...
Visitor? Is he visitor mode? Please say he's visitor mode, Nate. No, he's in custom.
Huh?
It says he's in custom.
What do you mean? He's a visitor.
Oh, yeah, and now it says he's in visitor. Yo, lock up the house. Close the doors. That means he can't open them. We're not trying to get... This is our cousin, guys. Yes, he is known for blowing stuff up.
My mic sucks.
He's known for blowing stuff up. Believe is known for blowing stuff up, please. That's why we shut our doors. When somebody's in visitor mode and there's doors that are shut, then yes, they can't open it. And that's when you get our house blown up. Did you open the doors for him, Nate?
I mean, he's trying to open them, but no.
Wait, let me just invite him to the talking party. We're in a video, believe well, Noah, please be careful what you say. We're in a video.
Noah, oh wait, I forgot.
Do I have him muted? Oh yeah.
No.
Oh no. So, Noah, we are in a video, so be careful what you say. Okay. Oh, then put him to like. Are you gonna blow anything up? Hey, you can kill creepers. Get sand and blow the whole universe up. No.
Yeah.
No. You
Get
can't.
your
You
own
live in
wood.
this house.
I'm just kidding.
He's taking wood.
I'll leave him.
He's putting wood. Oh, you said you can have it, Nate?
Mhm. You didn't literally
you
just
want to
hear
live
what I
in
said.
this house? We have a bed for you. We already have beds.
A lot. You can
He's
sleep on
moving
the
out.
couch. Don't you dare, creeper. Don't you dare.
You and I, creeper, don't mess with him. He's crazy. If I was you, run away. He's crazy.
June, you
Yes.
gotta fix up the house.
Why?
Creeper blew the bottom of it up.
I ain't doing that.
That's my room.
lying.
Oh.
It's your room. Your room, not mine. Mine's perfectly intact. Grab some
Yeah,
wood out of
next
the
time I
chest.
should just bring a creeper to your room.
Nate, don't.
I would.
Or I'm gonna throw you in visitor mode.
You can't. You're not an operator.
I know it's. I know, Nate.
Don't make me put you in visitor mode, bruh.
Don't, please.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why don't you just?
A
You
little
ain't
bit, I
getting
think.
crap out of our chests. Go look for yourself. We don't even have that much stuff to give you. What? Still.
Not
I have
really.
iron in my inventory. You're not getting any.
Oh wait, I forgot I have iron nuggets.
We barely. I just found iron where you were mine.
Mine.
I'm mining it for
mine,
you,
mine.
my guy. There was only 2 fine vein. There was only 2 vein, my guy. Nah, there was only 2 in there. I gave you 2, my guy.
No, June. Leave him. For reals.
I'm trying, dang. I'm stuck in a hole, my guy. How am I supposed to take your stuff? And we already have enough stuff. We don't need anything. So why would I even try to take your stuff?
I have 1 iron ingot and 3 chicken nugget iron.
And I have 6 raw iron. Oh my god. Wait, how'd you mine it?
I helped a baby chicken today.
How, by killing it?
No, actually I helped it out of a hole. It didn't know how to get out, so I just grabbed some seeds.
Oh.
It's literally trying to attack a spider. Okay, whatever.
I'm not
June,
mining.
don't you dare go back in that hole, chicken.
I'm gonna go mining.
Okay.
Yo, he went in. Yo, he lives in. Yo, he's living right next to my mining hole.
Okay.
He's literally living right next to my mining hole. I don't want to go to your mining hole. I have my own. The one next to yours is mine. Do not go to that one, or you will be kicked out.
Dang.
He does. He has ops.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna kick him out.
Still. Oh hey, like I'm not going in your mine, you're not going in mine, you know that.
Mine. That was funny.
How does this boy have a full iron set already? We don't even have that.
Cause he goes mining a lot, probably.
He just loaded on.
I don't go mining. I mean, if I went mining right now, I would have a whole. What do you mean, like an armor set, a tool set, or everything? All. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get that right now. Why is this chicken following me? Stop following me! Don't follow me! Don't follow me! I found your mama, chicken. Oh.
Yo, I have so much coal. Nate, we don't need to use our wood anymore.
Why?
Cause I just found a bunch of coal.
So did I. I have 11,000.
How do you have 3 stacks? I only have 32.
Dang.
What the heck?
This boy is stacked.
Yo, this guy has ops? What? How did...
He doesn't have ops, he's a member.
Please. Yo, I can't see anything, but I'm still mining down.
Mine. Die like I said so. Cause I did said so. If that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. So.
Mine. There's your.
Mine. No, mine.
There's more copper. Do not grab it.
I'm in my mine. You know the one right next to the river? I mean our lake? Yeah, that's mine. Mine.
Well, mine's like kind of far from the house.
How deep are you? Really?
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Cause I am. Got it. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, let's see, any iron? No more iron. More iron. Found some.
Yeah, we know.
Thing is, I already have almost full gold armor cause I didn't even craft it. I just found it. I just found gold. Gold.
I found the gold zombie. Then I told you about him.
But you needed help killing him.
And I still gave you. I should have got all that loot.
Yeah, I'm the one who killed him.
Yeah, but I still did more damage.
Whatever.
Yo, I need to make some torches. I'm about to die. If I can't see. There we go. Nice light.
I don't want that dirt. You got everything but food? Do you have emeralds? Diamonds? 'Cause diamonds?
What?
How do you have netherite and not diamonds?
Wait, how would you even have that though? You need to get ancient debris for that.
Okay, please. That's
So
getting kind of annoying.
You got ops, don't you?
He actually doesn't.
So you have a glitch or something? How you get netherite? And I know you won. I know.
Did you really take that serious, Jin?
No, mate, you wouldn't know I'm not that dumb. I'm just trying to get to a surface.
I don't know. Kill some sheep.
How I
Kill
got
the
down here.
sheep. Kill the sheep.
We'll cook the food, but you have to go get your food. Okay, I
got
finally
cold.
got to the surface.
I mean, I didn't even go down that deep.
I had to dig like 20 blocks.
I mean, I just looked in it. I just went in the cave.
Nah, this is my mine. Get away. Yeah, your mine's over there, but this is my mine that I dig down.
This is mine.
I dig
This
down.
is mine.
Okay, I'm putting cobblestone around my entrance of the mine. So no,
I'm putting pumpkins.
So everyone knows. Pumpkin? Why?
So that you know it's special.
Welcome to the pumpkin mine. No, this creeper sucks. Guys, don't say that, please. But this creeper is amazingly dumb. Don't say that either, guys.
Pumpkins.
Say Dunkin'.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Should I make a man cave in this?
Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts.
Donuts.
Sushis. Sir. Sir Duke a lot.
I would duke a lot your face.
Sir Duke a
What?
lot.
Yes. Die, baby. I had to kill the baby because you
Sir
killed its
Duke a
mother.
lot. Look, you see, this is mine.
You want to go see my mine?
No, look at my
I
pumpkins.
will mine in your mine if you don't come see my mine. I will mine in your mine if you don't come see my mine.
Mine.
Wait, what?
Mine.
Just come to my mine.
I have to eat food. I'm at one thingy.
I have 3 hunger balls left. What? I forgot.
Where's all the mutton I just cooked?
I'm totally not eating it.
Oh my god.
It's in the chest.
It better be. Mine.
I just need to make more cobblestone pickaxes. There we go.
I have a flyer and pickaxe right now. Boom, shakalaka.
Wait, dude, what to the iron I smelted in the furnace? Is it in
this
the chest,
iron?
Nate?
Here, come here.
I smelted 6.
1, 2, 3,
iron.
4, 5, 6.
Thank you. I need that to.
The iron in the furnace right now is mine.
Okay, I'm gonna go mining.
Mine.
Yo,
You need cookies with food?
I have 40 torches.
Oh.
Yo, I have 40 torches. Yo, I have 40 torches.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
How do I do that? Settings, wait, on Minecraft?
Yeah, what else?
Settings.
Mine.
Settings.
Where's your mine, Jin?
Come to me.
Ooh, I see your mine. I see your mine.
It says brightness 100. It says brightness 100 already. Nate, why are you not mom?
You told me to look at your mine.
I know, I'm joking. Where?
I mean, guys, is this something wrong with this dude? He said look in his mine and he's mad that I'm in his mine.
I'm joking.
You're what?
A cave system he found.
Ooh.
That's why I'm mining down.
I'm going to that house.
They go to his mine and take every single diamond he sees. I'm joking.
Creeper.
Hold up, wait a minute.
He's in your face. Got him. Oh, there it is. Bing.
Nate, you need any cobblestone?
Do you need any cobblestone?
I have more than enough cobblestone.
But do you?
Yes, Nate.
No.
Very much do. I have more than you, Nate.
The gold armor in the chest is mine, June. Don't touch any of it.
Don't you think I know that?
It's enchanted.
And I know. I didn't help
There's
you get
two
that.
chest plates, golden boots, and a gold helmet.
I'ma smack this boy. I'm trying to find some gold right now.
Die. Chill, skellies. Chill.
Were you trying to kill a wolf?
I said skellies. Why are there wolves in front of the house?
I don't know. Go tame wolves. Them. They're wolves, tame them.
Oh, they're bad wolves. Mean wolves. Who, me? My bad.
Oh wait, Nate, how long will the video be, guys? How long will the video be?
I don't know. What will we do for the video to end? I mean, we can't just be like, the video ended. What do we have to finish?
I'm just trying to look for gold.
Once I finally tame these dogs, then we will finish the video. I mean, it's gonna take 50 billion years.
The video's gonna be 2 hours long.
Sure, but not in this world. Cause it's our weekly YouTube survival map. Yay! Never mind, the wolves died. Okay, just saying this is gonna take 50 billion quadrillion years now. Just like I lied, cause that's not gonna be it.
Nate, you know that what you call like the ore that's right next to bedrock?
Diamonds.
I'm at bedrock level and I haven't found the diamond yet.
Yeah.
Or a piece of gold. Or iron. I'm at bedrock
Can
level.
you smelt a chest plate and it turns into gold?
No.
40,000 IQ.
What is your Minecraft logic?
50,000%.
Is the video done?
No. What do we have to do for the video to end? Cause the doggies died, so.
We have to at least get 1 diamond.
Something easier?
Get 1 piece of iron.
I've already done that.
and it can't be, and you have to find it right now, and you can't just pull out of a chest or out of your inventory.
How about out of my head?
Pull it out of your head and it counts.
Yay! Okay, so let me just stick a piece of iron in my head. There you go, and pull it out. Ugh. Guys, I pulled a piece of iron outside my head. Guys, please tell me you see this.
Like and subscribe, guys.
We are funny. Yay! Yeah. We are funny. Like and subscribe if you agree. We are funny. Can you get me some sugar canes?
I can't. Is the video ended?
You cannot make sugar canes out of an enchanting table. Oh no, I'm not trying to make an enchanted table. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yo, the zombie picked up all one of our seeds. You must die.
Skeletons are my mortal enemies. Die!
So is the video ended?
No.
Oh my god, the videos are under.
I didn't pull a piece of iron outside my head.
So do it. Here, I'll literally give you iron. Put it out of your head already. I'm joking.
How about this?
Mostly because I want to watch anime.
Really? Are you
Yes.
serious? Guys, there's something wrong with him. He doesn't like you.
I'm joking. I'm just saying, as you guys know, I love anime. Really love it. I don't know why. It's sad. Nate, you wanna have broken boats in the chest? Oh yeah, Nate, I got 60 coal while I was out.
Nice.
That's creeper. Nate, I need help with the creeper.
Why do you keep leaving the door open, June?
What? It's not like a creeper walked in.
Well, what if one did? Cause a zombie walked in here.
What? Let me guess. It's skeleton zombie wolf.
What?
A skeleton zombie wolf?
Well, I just killed it the second you walked in, so. June. Give me the, put it back in there.
Why would I steal?
He said the truth. No, yes it is. Yes.
You're broke with your ugly looking self. All you know is broke. You're just so dumb. Not even. No, I'll stop. That's all you have.
He has a PS5. Wait,
I'm gonna
what?
snap my neck.
You have 3 PS5s?
Yes, he does. Yes,
Hold
he
up.
actually does. Please rob this guy. He wants to flex. Rob him.
I'll rob this zombie of his life. Yeah! When is it gonna stop raining?
Do not stop. We're stopping the video now. Like and subscribe, guys.
When I kill this zombie.
When I kill these pigs and sheep, then you can stop the video.
Die fairy the zombie. Or I mean, okay, so I'll just kill the sheep for you then.
I just killed Carrie, Barry, and Larry. I'm about to kill Larry. Then all I need to do is kill Fairy.
Okay guys, bye, like, subscribe.